people ask me, why did I pick here? You know, why with so many years of experience, the background, the pedigree, like however you want to look at it, why Paterson? Why the Art Factory? I think for me, it's personal, and what started as, you know, how do we do something positive for the immediate community, the artist community that's here, has grown into, you know, now catering and small events and big events. But when I say it's personal, I went to school 3 blocks from here for grade school, you know, at St. John's Cathedral, which is, you know, maybe 4 blocks from here. You know, I was the altar boy there, you know, so there is definitely a history here for me, and to be able to come back to a city that, you know, I'm so connected to, and be able to say, you know what, let's launch a restaurant here, and let's really do something that's going to be, you know, positive for the community, but at the same caliber as we could do in any other major city. You know, I think it's much more fulfilling, you know, and it's much more rewarding for us to be able to, you know, have this stage and this platform to be able to come to this city and say, we want to try to do something for you guys. My name's Carlos Montoya. I'm from Paterson, actually born and raised in Paterson. I am now the chef here at the Hamilton Mercado, here inside the Art Factory. It's a project that we started here a couple months ago, and really the intent with it was, you know, or the purpose was to do something positive for the community here inside the Art Factory with all the creatives and all the artists and all the people that are coming through here. And it's really grown. I think the community's really taken to us, and what I'm finding is an enormous amount of outpouring and support for what we're trying to do here. So we're pretty excited about it. It was just a simple, casual conversation that I had with the landlord one late night in the summer outside about, you know, how can we do something better for the community, and what options or what was available for us to be able to work together and really try to do something for what we see as the future. The design and the concept and really the idea for the restaurant, it came from, you know, being here every day. I think when you think back on the history of this building, you think of this corridor, you think back to, you know, the silk factories and what this was, and the amount of labor and the people that came here chasing that American dream, you know, this being where this place is located. Walking through these buildings, or walking through these halls and walking through these factory floors, it really drew inspiration. And I always looked at the cafe as like a little diamond, and to me, it really just gave me the platform or the stage to take 30 years of restaurant and hospitality experience on a global level, be able to bring food the way we've learned it, and introduce culture and diversity. And when it comes to challenges, you know, as a young entrepreneur, you know, and when you look at a business, every day I think you're faced with challenges, but I think it's just really focusing on what is it that you can control, and just pushing through, and you know, just taking that one step forward as opposed to overanalyzing it and then just drowning in it. For us, the support that we've gotten here has really helped us with that transition, and really made, you know, opening the restaurant, you know, pretty easy venture for us so far. The reaction that I always see from guests here when they come in, they don't know what to expect. They really don't know what to expect, and I like to think it's a little box of surprises, and it's something that us from the inside, we're really controlling everything that, you know, a guest is seeing, smelling, tasting. Like the whole experience is really what we focus on. The food is just there as a vessel, but we look at this as a stage, and every night it's a production for us, and every night we're really looking to, you know, have people come in and be blown away. What we really look to offer is we just focus on ingredients. We focus on, finding the best ingredients that we can on a global scale. We also look at just simple cooking technique. The name of the restaurant, really pays tribute to the building. It pays tribute to the history of Paterson, to the history of Paterson in this country. It refers to Alexander Hamilton, in the history here, going back to, mid-1800s, where they saw a vision here, and they built these amazing buildings, that are still here. The trains that were going west, when they were saying, "Go west, young man," the trains were coming out of here. They were getting built here. The cowboys and the Indians, that all came from Paterson. They were making the guns here. For the cowboys to go across the country and defend those trains. All of that came from Paterson. Beside the textile and everything else. So the Hamilton is really looking back at the past. I think it's really important to know where we came from. It defines why people, I believe, were drawn to this city. In the beginning, there was always work, there was always prosperity here. And the Mercado is really looking towards that future, So it really ties us in with our purpose, which is we just want to do something positive for the community. And as much outreach as we can get, we are definitely going to get and go after it. So when I thought about why the art factory and why here, and I look at the falls and you look at what's happening here, you look at this corridor and I think that it should be designated a National Historic Area, right? Because it's unlike anywhere else in this country. But then you look at the falls and you look at how they turned that into a national park, and you look at the amount of tourists that are coming in. In observing this place, last summer I would go to the falls and I would just see the buses coming in and I would see the buses going out, the buses coming in and the buses going out. And what I felt through experience was, if you go to any other national park in the country, those little towns around them, they're boom towns. There's Hermes, there's Louis Vuitton. They're communities that are benefiting from that we're coming in here, because we're just letting the money come into the community and then the money's just leaving the community. So as a community, we're not benefiting from it. So when you come in and dine with us, you're sitting in our kitchen. You're sitting, right next to our dish station. But it's intentionally built that way, and it's intentionally designed that way to change your dining experience, from what you normally know, where you're away from the kitchen, there's a disconnect. And with what we are looking to do, we want to have you as close as possible. We want you to be in our home. And like I tell everybody, mi casa es tu casa. So you're more than welcome to come in and sit and break bread with us, and we want to share food with you. We definitely want to give them new experiences. We want to give them new flavors, and we want to do it in a way that, once you change the scenario, then I feel people are much more open to saying, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to worry about that the silverware doesn't match. I'm not going to worry about that, I'm using a kitchen towel as a napkin. It's intentionally built that way so that we can just focus on the food and the sharing of the food. I think food is sacred, and I think once you're sharing it and you're really, giving a person a new experience all around, it's transformative, and that's really what we try to do here.